And then this is the thing that I think is very important. So we're going to have a whole segment when we're done with this. We're going to sort of segment it out on YouTube of just your tips after going through a destination wedding. So maybe I'll read it out loud, and then if you have something to add, please, add it in here. I thought your tips were really, really good. And like I said, there was something on here where I said we need to add that to the vault.
Yeah.
So have a goal with your partner for your wedding. Okay, explain that a little more.
So I touched on this, but I think weddings can become so much, they become about everything but the bride and groom. It's the planning, it's what your mom, your great aunt want. It's just everything except the bride and groom. So Tom and I early on really sat down, and again, we're like, what do we want our wedding day and the process to be like? Again, the thought of really planning a wedding was not enticing to me. And that's hence why we were like thinking about eloping. And so we kind of want to do like the easiest route possible, essentially. And again, our goals were to have fun and be with the people we love, like very simple. And wedding day, I wanted to be on the dance floor the entire night. So like those were simple, fun goals. And we kept that true to our process the whole time, hence the destination wedding, hence working with you all. So we really checked those boxes, and we kept that front of mind throughout the process and our wedding day. And just, it really helped, like, not let the little things that, like, the wind, our wedding day was
Yeah.
crazy. Like, we just like, whatever, like,
Yeah.
it's fun, it's our story. And so it was super helpful to have like kind of a North Star that we both were focused on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know you guys went to the resort ahead of time. So everyone
Yeah.
asks about timing. And again, you guys there are very few couples that come to me that say, we want to go see the resort before we sign a contract. To be honest with you, it's very rare. And when somebody does that, they had better have at least 18 months plus, and
Yeah.
they to go to the resort right away, because dates fill up extremely quickly, whether it's this resort or a different resort, but this resort in particular, dates go quickly. So
Mm.
most couples are signing their contracts. We're starting the process before they go to the resort. So when did you go?
We went about 6 months before, so September, and we got married in beginning of April. And we did like a Thursday to Monday situation with both of our moms, which was nice. And it was also nice to do it while we're in the planning process, because we got to sit down with our wedding planner. We got to meet all the vendors
Yeah.
and really just talk to them about our vision. They were showing us examples and just see the property itself. So I'm a very visual person,
Yeah.
and that was super helpful. So we had already booked the venue. We were 6 months out. So it was
Yeah.
kind of perfect timing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good time because you've started planning. You've started the process. In the very beginning, you don't really need to do that. To me, you're gathering information, you're looking on social media, you're
Yep.
gathering your vision and pulling it together. And then at some point when you guys, when couples are ready to go, I think 6 months is a good time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that touches on number three, have inspiration. So you're going to get catalogs. All of that information is going to be given to you. Um, but that's where you should be going on social media once you figure out what resort, and start looking at what other brides have done. Look at flowers, like create an inspiration board for yourself so that you can send that to the planning team, so they have an idea.
Yeah, and I would say, in my experience with the Hyatt, they're very literal. Like if I sent them like an inspo picture, they thought like exactly what I wanted, which is nothing wrong with that. So I learned quickly that, like, okay, they're going to take like what I'm sending very seriously. And so I really had to send multiple pictures. And again, the in-person meeting helped so much to be like, hey, I don't want any, I didn't want any like roses. I didn't want, so like I was able to like really iron that out in person. But I think with hair and makeup too, my experience, like I don't speak Spanish, and it was a language barrier. So like
Yeah.
really having those pictures, it was a non-issue of just, if there is something very specific you want, I was also able to do my hair and makeup trial when I went in September, which was huge for me. And my mom did hers. So that was also a plus of going early.
Yeah. Yeah. I think hair and makeup is very important because you have to
Hmm.
love it. So yeah, having the inspiration, a lot of brides will create a Pinterest,
Yeah.
it's like a Pinterest board and they're just pinning stuff. And that's a really good way to keep a collection of what you love. Um, and of course, ask a lot of questions. I will say my feedback on that and what I try to tell couples. Um, Number one, I like to be copied on everything just because I'm
Hmm.
a control freak and I want to make sure everything's going smoothly. And I just like when I'm not copied on stuff, I'm like, I hope the planning process is going okay because I haven't heard anything. Um, but I tell couples be very concise, do it in bullet points. Do not send them
Yeah.
a paragraph. There is going to be a language barrier, whether it's DR, Mexico. Keep it concise, keep it bullet points. If you send them a paragraph of something about these flowers and I like this and it's like I'm overwhelmed when I get a paragraph. I don't want to
Hmm.
read a paragraph. So you have to keep it concise, try to keep it bullet points, short points.
I would
Um,
agree. And also request meetings. Like we set up a ton of video calls with our wedding planner. Just if I was like, I'm getting overwhelmed, all these emails
yeah,
back and forth, it'd just be easier to hop on a call. So
yep,
it's okay. It's your day to like finalize things and make sure it's what you want.
100%. And sometimes when I see that, when I see a lot of back and forth and they're not getting it, or it's just, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, guys, everybody, we need to get on a call. And sometimes I'll jump on or I will just get it organized because same thing. I'm like, okay, this is too much back and forth now. So 100%. And then arrive as early before your wedding date as possible. So you did 5 days, which that's long. I mean,
It's
most
long.
couples are doing like 3 days because you have to be there 2 business days prior to your event. Most are doing 3. You did 5. And I liked what you said. Don't lay out and get sunburned.
Oh my gosh. You all, I got so burnt and I had a strapless. But I didn't start peeling till the day after the wedding. So it was all over
Oh,
my chest. It was crazy. I did wear sunscreen. It was like new. I tried this like non-toxic mineral. It didn't work. So,
oh my gosh.
but yeah, I mean, we still haven't planned our honeymoon or anything. So like we weren't doing that immediately. So we were like, hey, why stay on the back end? Let's go on the front end for a while. And we knew a bunch of our guests were going to come early too. And again, like keeping our goal about Tom and I, we wanted that time for ourselves. We wanted to, in one of the packages, it's like a romantic dinner they planned just for you all. We wanted to go to the spa and just like really relax, be present before we had 100 people come. And we knew we were going to be like stretched thin. So it was important to us to have that time, just us two, to really like soak everything in.
I love it. And yeah, a lot of guests, especially close family or like the bridal party, they will come in extra early.
Hmm.
So you want to be done with talking to your planners and running through all that stuff. So by the time your guests get there, you're sort of chill and relax and can focus on just being with your guests, not in meetings for last minute things.
Yep.
Um, and then a massage at the spa. That's a must. I love that.
It's definitely a must. It was so great. Again, Tom and I did that before everyone got there, but then we also surprised our parents. We booked them massages, and then everyone started booking massages. And we
Oh.
also, our package included our guests got 10% off the
Yeah.
spa.
Yeah.
So everyone used that. Like the spa is just incredible when you all see it. It's just awesome. So it was just a great way to relax.
Yeah. I love that. And lean on people. Of course, that's important. You guys can't do it all. But I do want to touch on, don't you feel like the wedding planners, like they're there for you, especially the day of?
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Our wedding planner was at the right, like we all got WhatsApp and
Yeah.
I was like texting her. We had like a family group text and
Yeah.
there's just a lot of moving pieces. Like dad needs to be in this suite at X time and mom needs to be here. And there was just things like I need food, like someone help me. I'm a bride and I'm having all these people talk to me, but I really need food. So like, yeah, they were all there just to help and be ready. So yeah, it was an awesome experience.
Yeah. And again, we touched on this. I'm going to save it to the end. We're going to come back and
Okay.
talk about club versus not. Transportation to and from the resort. I think that's a great value add. I try to bring that up when I'm having consultations with couples. It's a nice little extra thank you if it's in the budget to
Mm-hmm.
pay for transportation for your guests. So I
Yeah.
love that you did that, and I know your guests were very appreciative.
That was like the number one thing they thanked us for. And I was like, really? Like, I thought it was kind of like a common thing, but I guess, not so much if it's not in the budget, of course. But
Yeah,
as I mentioned, like you might have extra with a destination wedding. And and Meredith and Shoreline coordinated that whole thing too. Like your guests just have to send them their flight information and they coordinate the entire transportation
yeah,
to and from. So it was so seamless. I didn't have to do a thing and just one less thing to worry about.
yeah. I will say transportation for us is the biggest headache. So it is a nightmare. You would not believe people put the wrong flight numbers.
Oh, yeah.
It is a nightmare, but we like to do that. And when couples or the couple's parents are paying for transportation, we can collect the flight information. We work with the transportation company to put a big manifest together to get everybody lumped as close as we can together. And then just give whatever the final price is. So
Yeah.
it's a nice extra perk. And it's funny that you say that, Julia, but I think people really appreciate, even if it's just that little thing.
Yeah. It was
So
great.
I love it. And I'm glad you did that. And we have other couples that either they're doing a catamaran as a thank you, or they're doing the transportation. And both
Mm-hmm.
are very nice ways of saying thank you to your guests for coming to a destination wedding. Um, and then put thought into the different pictures you want. I think this is, again, I love that you put this because you may not be thinking about it, but this, like, I look at all these pictures that we have from all these couples and even this one of you on the dock, and it's like, think about and research the pictures ahead of time at the resort so you can tell the photographers, oh, I want this or whatever type of style you like.
Style, but also people. Like the photographer, they did reach out to us, and this was probably like a few weeks before our wedding. And I was a little like brain fried. And they're like, think about all the combinations of people you want. And in the moment too, there was a lot going on. And I walked away. I didn't have any pictures with like me and my mother-in-law or my mom and I just in the bridal suite and none of us outside. And so just like things like they're just things you don't think that you're gonna want. And then I look, but not that I have like a lot of regrets, right? But it's just like, oh, I just wish I had that picture with my
Yeah.
mother-in-law. And so just it is important to like put thought into it because in the moment it's probably one of the last things that was on my list, or I was just like, oh, it'll be fine. Like I'll figure it out. But again, there's just so much going on in the moment that it's important to like think about those details.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's a great, we might have to add that in there because it's so true.
Yeah,
Like, what do you want to be able to look back on, and who are the people that you want in those photos? And maybe your mother-in-law would have liked just a photo of,
right.
the two of you for you to be able to give that. So
Or
I
even myself, like I have all of them just in the bridal suite and they're beautiful. And not that I'm gonna go be looking at a lot of pictures of myself, but like I just am like, ooh, I kind of wish I had somewhere outside. Like Tom is a
yeah,
ton by himself outside. And so they're just, in your beautiful place. So just it's just something to think about. Not because I
love
didn't.
it. Such